River City Junction, River City, next station stop. You're crazy with the heat. Credit is no good for a notion salesman. Board, all aboard.
Why not? What's the matter with credit?
It's old-fashioned. Charlie, you're an anvil salesman. Your firm gives credit?
No, sir.
Nor anybody else. River City next. Cash for the merchandise. Cash for the button horse.
Cash for the cotton goods. Cash for the hard goods.
Cash for the soft goods. Cash for the fancy goods.
Cash for the noggins and the piggins and the furnace.
Cash for the hogshead, cask and demijohn. Cash for the crackers and the pickles and the fly pigs.
Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
What do you get?
What do you talk?
You can talk, you can talk, you can bicker, you can talk. You can bicker, you can talk, you can talk. You can talk, bicker, you can talk all you want, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't, but you got no territory.
Shit, why come out of these board, may the trouble, may the people wanna go, wanna get up and go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to the county seat.
Yes, sir.
Who's gonna patronize a little bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What do you talk? What do you talk?
What do you get?
Gone.
With the hogshead, cask and demijohn. Gone with the sugar barrel, pickle barrel, milk pan. Gone with the tub and the pail and the tears. Ever met a fella by the name of Hill? Hill? No!
Never heard of any salesman, Hill.
Now he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's the fella's line?
Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his line.
Or a doggone thing. He's just a baby, bell ringing, big call, great gold, nigger, nothing, river roaring, every time the bullseye salesman. That's Professor Harold Hill.
Tell us, what's his line?
It's a fact that he doesn't know the territory. Look, what do you talk?
He's a music man.
He's a what?
He's a music man. And he sells clarinets to the kids in the town with the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums and the big brass bass, and the piccolo, uniform too, with a shiny gold braid on the coat and a big red line running.
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir. Mandolin picks, perhaps, and here and there a Jew's hard.
No, the man sells bands, boys bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he dallies and he puffs and he shines, and when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir.
But he doesn't know the territory.
River City, Iowa. Population 2,212. Cigarettes illegal in this state. Board.
All right, if y'all are through, I'll tell you about Harold Hill.
You actually know Harold Hill?
Never saw him in my life, but I'll tell you this much. He's given every one of us a black eye. After he worked the town over, the next salesman to arrive was automatically torn and feathered and rode out of town on a rail. You think that's funny? What's that happen to you? The hair doesn't grow back.
But why should he get rode out of town on a rail?
Because in order to sell band instruments and uniforms and instruction books, he has to guarantee to teach them kids how to play.
Well,
And to form them kids into a band with him as their leader.
What's the matter with that?
He don't know one note from another. That's what's wrong with that. He can't tell a bass drum from a pipe organ. Well, I'll catch him with that swing them two-bit devil rigger. When I do, I'll squeal on him so loud.
Wow, you're mad, Charlie. You like to be around when you catch up with that stuff.
Well, it won't be on this trip, not in Iowa. Even the great Professor Harold Hill wouldn't try to sell them neck-bone Hawkeyes out here.
Boy! Gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think I'll have to give Iowa a try.
Don't believe I caught your name.
Don't believe I dropped it. popping off the cob.
And there I was, in Madison Hospital, and nobody come to see me. Cousin Will never come, Aunt Bertha never come.
Your Aunt Bertha's dead.
She wouldn't have come anyway.
Hey, Greg!
Marcellus?
Son of what? But Greg,
Professor Hill is the name. Harold Hill.
but Greg, what are you doing here? Why didn't you let me know you was coming?
I didn't know I was myself. Besides, how could I know that you'd end up in a little tank town like this? You were a pretty big slicker when you were working for me.
Too many close shaves with the way you work. Besides, I got me a nice, comfortable gal here in town. Elbow talk alike, boss's niece, and I'm on the school board.
Well, gone legitimate, huh? I always knew you'd come to no good.
So what's the new pitch?
Oh,
You're not back in the van business, are you? But I thought you was in steam automobiles.
I was.
So what happened?
Well, somebody actually invented one. Now what's new around here? Give me the lowdown, Mars.
You'll never get anywhere in the band business with these stubborn irons, Greg. Besides, we got a stuck-up music teacher here in town who'll expose you before you get your grip unpacked.
Male or female?
The music teacher? She's a librarian. Female.
Ooh, perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. If she passes by, point her out to me.
Sure, I will. So how you gonna start the pitch?
Well, same old way, you remember. I keep that music teacher off balance, and then I need to get your town out of the serious trouble that it's in.
River City isn't in any trouble.
I'll have to create some. I have to create a desperate need for a boys' band. You remember. Now, what's new around here? What can I use?
Nothing, except the billiard parlor just put in a new pool table.
Never had a billiard parlor before?
No, only billiards.
That'll do, Mars. I'll see you later. And remember, music teacher.
Music teacher.
Excuse me, sir. Do you live around here?
Well, why, yes.
Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, certainly mighty proud to say. I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help me cultivate a horse sense, and a cool head, and a keen eye. You ever take a try to give an ironclad lead to yourself from a 3-rail billiard shot? But just as I say, it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a bout like game. I say that any boom can take and shove that ball in a pocket. And I call that slop. The first big step on the road to the depths of degradé. I say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit. And listening to some big out-of-town Jasper Hill tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where they set down right on the horse. Like to see some stock-up jockey boy sitting on Dan patch. Never but boil, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in the table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say, your young men will be frittering away their noontime, supper time, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket, never mind getting dandelions rolled or the screen door patched and the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water so your parents are caught with the cistern empty on a Saturday night. That's trouble. Yeah, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm talking about the kids in the Knickerbocker shirt tail young ones peeking in the pool hall. Wait, watch before you have trouble, folks. Right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T, that rhymes with P, that stands for pool. No, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on when they're looking around that hall? They're trying out Bevo, trying out Q-Bands, trying out tailor-made like cigarette beans, and bragging all about how they're going to cover up a telltale breath with sense in one fine night. Then leave the pool hall, headed for the dance of the average libertine man and scarlet women and ragtime. Shameless music that'll drag your son, your daughter, in the arms of a jungle animal instinct mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground trouble. Oh, yeah, trouble. Here in the city, right here in the city. The capital T, that that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool.
That stands for pool.
We surely got trouble.
We surely got trouble.
Here in River City.
Right here.
Gotta figure out a way to give the young ones moral after school.
Children will have trouble.
Mothers of River City, heed the warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The moment your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the cord crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes at Captain Billy's whiz bang? Certain words creeping into his conversation. Words like swell, ho, 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 and so's your old man.
Trouble.
Yeah, well, if so, my friends, you got trouble.
Oh, you got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here in River City.
They have a P that rhymes with P, and that stands for fool.
That stands for pool.
We surely got trouble.
We surely got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here.
Remember the main Plymouth Rock and the Golden Rule.
Children gonna have trouble.
Oh, we got trouble. There's terrible, terrible trouble. That game of the 15 number balls in the devil's school.
Devil's school.
Trouble, trouble, trouble.
Yes, we got trouble here. We got big trouble. We got trouble here. That rhymes with me. That stands for pool.
Excuse me, did you drop your...
No.
Don't I know you from...
No.
I'll only be in town for a short while.
Good. Hello, Mama.
Oh, welcome home, darling.
Keep on, Amaryllis. I'll be there in a minute. Now, don't dawdle, Amaryllis. Mama, a man with a suitcase has been following me all over town.
Oh, who?
I never saw him before.
Did he say anything?
He tried to.
Did you say anything?
Mama, of course not. Now, don't dawdle, Amaryllis. So do la ti re mi, a little slower, and please keep the fingers curved as nice and high as you possibly can. Don't get faster, dear.
If you don't mind me saying so, it wouldn't have hurt you to find out what the gentleman wanted.
I know what the gentleman wanted, Mama.
Oh, and what's that, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Oh, excuse me, for living, I never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment about the mentality of River City people and taking it all too much to heart.
But Mama, when the Madison Public Library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural level, I can't help my concern that the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But darling, when a woman's got a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can't quote Balzac and Shakespeare and all them other highfalutin Greeks.
Mama, if you don't mind my saying so, you have a bad habit. Now I'm changing every subject.
Now I haven't changed the subject, I was talking about that stranger.
What stranger?
With the suitcase, so maybe a very last chance.
Mama, do you think that I'd allow a common masher now? Really, Mama, I have my standards where men are concerned, and I have no intention.
I know all about your standards, and if you don't mind my saying so, there's not a man alive who could hope to measure up to the kind of
May I have a...
May I have a drink, please?
Yes, dear.
Winthrop, darling, it's after dark. Is there any way to walk into the house?
Hello.
Oh, that won't do at all. I'll have a hug from me boy. And that young lady over there is your sister, young man.
My darling.
Hello, Mr.
Winthrop, where are your manners?
I'm having a party on Saturday. Will you please come? I'd especially like it very much if you come, Mr.
Winthrop, Amaryllis has asked you to her party. Are you going, Arantxa?
No.
No, what?
No, thank you.
You know that little girl's name?
He won't say Amaryllis because of the expectations list. He's ashamed.
Amaryllis, we know all about his lisp. Well, Winthrop?
I'll bet he won't say it.
You think you Amaryllis?
Amaryllis, Amaryllis. He's crying. Why does he get so mad at people? Just because he lisps.
It's not just because he lisps, Amaryllis. That's only part of it.
What's the other part?
Never mind, dear. It's just that he never talks very much.
Not even to you and your mother?
No, dear. We all have to be a little patient.
I'm patient, even though he doesn't ever talk to me. But I do him. Every night I say goodnight to him by the evening star. And you have to do it the very second you see it, or else it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Tight.
Oh, there, darling, don't cry. You have lots of time. If not Winthrop, there'll be someone else.
Never. I'll end up an old maid like you. Sorry, Miss Marian. Can I play my crossing, please?
May I play?
May I play my crossing, please?
Yes, you may.
See, without a sweetheart, you have no one to say goodnight to on the evening star.
Well, that's all right, Amaryllis. For the time being, just say, good night, my someone. You can put the name in later when the right someone comes along.
All right, it's better than nothing.
Yes, it is. Now you can play your crosshand piece.
Now I may play my crossing piece.
Good night, my someone. Good night, my
high exercises set up here in Madison Gymnasium on account of the weather.
Wait, how can it be raining? Didn't the Gazette predict fair?
Sure it did, Ewart. That's why we all prepared for a storm. The Gazette is accurate most of the time, and you know it. You see.
Now, just a minute. Let's have order here. Order.
Huh. You never ate late again tonight.
Well, I make her early. She's late, all right. She's right on time. So now if you watch,
Would you members of the school board kindly stop bickering in public?
all in the world that has.
So never mind.
We heard there's a pool table in town.
Now, just a minute. Will you allow me to get on with the exercises?
Resisting and corruption. Slap the devil and keep our young boys pure. Hey, friends, may I have your attention, please? Attention, please. I can deal with this trouble, friends, with a wave of my hand, this very hand. Please observe me, if you will. I'm Professor Harold Hill, and I'm here to organize the River City Boys Band. Oh, think, my friends, how could any pool table ever hope to compare with a gold trombone? Remember, my friends, what a handful of trumpet players did to the famous fabled walls of Jericho. Oh, billion-pound walls come tumbling down. Oh, band will do it, my friends. Oh, yes, this is a boys' band, do you hear me? I say, River City's got to have a boys' band, and I mean she needs it today. Well, Professor Harold Hill's on hand. River City's gonna have a boys' band, as sure as the Lord made little green apples. And that band's gonna be in uniform. Johnny, Willie, Teddy, Fred. And you'll see the glitter of crashing cymbals and hear the thunder of rolling drums and the shiver of trumpets. Ta-ta-da! And you'll feel the electric thrill I once enjoyed when Gilmore, Liberato, Pat Conway, W.C. Handy, the great Creator. Oops, here's this one. This one over here, okay. And W.C. Handy and John Philip Sousa all came to town on the very same historic day. Strongholds led the big parade with 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 strongholds caught the morning sun with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 reeds springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper arms, timpani, and horse whistle, thundering all along the way. Cowbell, euphoniums, and big bassoons, each bassoon having a big band sleigh. There were 50 mounted cannon in the battery, thundering louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters who improvise a full octave higher than the floor.
In the counterpoint, 110 cornets blaze away. The rhythm of march This calls for emergency action. I haven't seen Iowa people this excited since the last time that Frank Gotts and Strangler Lewis lay on the mat for 3.5 hours without moving a muscle. Never mind. I want his credentials.
Excuse me, Professor. We need your credentials. We're at the school board.
Academic certificate.
Nothing of the kind. We need letters and papers.
What am I hearing? You, sir, say it for me. Ice cream.
Ice cream. But I don't sing, young man.
All right. Talk then. Down here.
Ice cream.
Talk slow. Ice cream. Ah, you see, singing is just sustained talking. Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you right here. Ice cream. Now you, sir. You see, ladies, from now on you will never see one of these men without the other three.
Ooh, Professor, you're wrong. Why, they've hated each other for years.
Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. Any sin insincere? Where is the good in goodbye, in goodbye? Your apprehensions confuse me, dear. Also that mystify, tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear, while one single star shines above. How can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love. I don't suppose you live alone or anything.
No,
You know, I've got some wonderful caramels up at the hotel.
Mr. Hill.
Oh, Professor Hill.
Professor of what? At what college do they give a degree for annoying women on the street, like a Saturday night rowdy at a public dance hall?
Oh, I wouldn't know about that. I'm a conservatory man myself. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class of '5.
Even should that happen to be true, Mr. Hill, does that give you the right to follow me around wherever I go? And another thing, I'm not as easily hoodwinked or mesmerized as some people in this town, and I think it only fair to warn you that I have a shelf full of reference books in there that may very well give me some interesting information about you.
Hey, Gregory!
Hi, Marcellus, and don't call me Greg.
So how'd you make out with Lisa?
Oh, scrumptious. You know, she was eating out of my hand the moment I tipped my hat.
She did?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, did you kind of swamp tonight. For a minute there, even I thought you knew something about leading a band.
Yeah, kid stuff. Oh, you just keep your eyes on me for the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks? But it used to only take 10 days for the instruments to arrive.
Oh, it still does, but it takes 4 weeks for the uniform.
Oh, no, Greg. You haven't added uniforms.
Uniforms and instruction books.
Instruction books? But you can't patch yourself out with some music for, I mean, not for any 4 weeks.
Mars.
But you don't know one note from another.
I don't bother with notes. I have this new system called the Think system, where, you know, you don't need the notes.
But in 4 weeks, the people are going to want to hear some music. you're gonna have to lead a band.
By the time the uniforms arrive, they forget about everything else. So this is a refined operation, son. I've got it timed right down to the last wave of the brakeman's hand on the last train out of town. And now, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Washburn.
You're gonna line yourself up some canoodling, eh? Say, I could set you up with Ethel's sister. Love the girl, teaches Sunday school.
Ah, no eager, wholesome, wide-eyed, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. That kind of girl spins webs no spider ever. Listen, son, a girl who trades on all that purity merely wishes to trade my independence for her security. The only affirmative she will file refers to marching down the aisle, no golden, glorious, gleaming, pristine goddess. No, sir, for no Diana do I play fun. I can tell you that right now. I snarl, I hiss. How can ignorance be compared with bliss? I stop, I feel. For a lady who knows what time it is, I cheer and I rave. For the virtue I'm too late to save. The sad but wise girl for me. No bright-eyed, breathless baby doll baby. No, sir, that kind of girl ties knots no sailor ever knew. I prefer to take a chance on a more adult romance. Don't do young miss who keeps resisting, all the while she keeps insisting. No wide-eyed, wholesome, innocent female. No, sir, why she's the fisherman, I'm the fish you see. Well, I flinch, I shy, when the lapse of the delicate air goes by. I smile, I grin, when the lapse of the touch of sin walks in. I hope, and I pray, for Hester to win just one more day. The sadder but wiser girl, the girl for me. The sadder but wiser girl for me.
Our mayor's wife. Isn't it exciting, you Laylee?
Oh, I couldn't say. Oh, no, I could not say. I could not say at this time. Oh, no, my husband will wish to investigate, and naturally, I am reticent. Oh, yes, I am reticent.
Oh, of course, Mrs. Shin. But part of my music plan is to have a committee for the... Mrs. Shin, the way you just moved your foot just now. Oh.
Well, I have a bunion there that...
The elegance, the line, the sheer poetry in motion.
That's a hell!
Mrs. Shin, you must accept the chairmanship for the ladies' auxiliary for the classic dance, mustn't she, lady?
Oh, yes.
Every move you make bespeaks their sight. Will you say yes, Mrs. Shin?
You lady, McCackney Shin? Oh, why, that is a dancing well.
Then you'll accept.
Oh. Yes, indeed.
Oh,
I should like
thank you. And now the young lady who plays the piano, Marian, I believe.
Oh.
Well, after all, she is the librarian, yes?
Of course, I shouldn't be telling you this, but she advocates dirty books.
Dirty books?
Chaucer!
Balzac!
And the worst thing, of course, I shouldn't be telling you this, but I'll tell you.
Stop! I tell. She made brazen overtures to a man who never had a single friend in this town till she came here. Old Miser Madison.
Miser Madison, Madison Gymnasium, Madison Picnic Park, Madison Hospital, that Miser Madison?
Exactly. What do you think he was anyway?
Well, I should say, show off, gave the town a library too, didn't he?
That's just it. When he died, he left the library.
But he left all the books to her.
Oh, yes. She was seen going and coming from his place.
Oh, yes, that woman made brave when the gift and everything. She had golden tones in her eyes, a silver voice, with a counterfeit ring. To smelt her down in yonder field, along with blood as cold as steel. Here, where a woman's heart should be. The library selling, but he left all the books to her. So, sir,
Just a minute here. We need your credentials.
Yes, of course. You know what? I have what you need up to the hotel if you'd like to follow me. Oh, good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. We're going to leave you now. It's all right. I know everything and it doesn't make any difference.
What are you talking about?
You were probably very young. Anyone can make a mistake.
What?
I'll only be in town for a short while, and this Santa was a girl for me.
Will you please make your selection and leave?
Oh, I have.
Well, what do you want to take out?
The librarian.
Please.
You're not listening, Marian. Look. Marian. Marbles. 6 Steelies, 8 Aggies, a dozen Pee-wees, and a big glassy with an American flag in the middle. I think I'll drop it.
No!
Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to make it clear? I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, heaven help us, if the library started on fire, and the volunteer hose brigademan had to whisper the news to Marian. Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to make it clear? I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Marian, if I stumbled and I busted my watch in the college, I could lie on your floor unnoticed, till my body had turned to carrion. Madam Librarian. In the moonlight, a man was singing. In the moonlight, and the fellow would know that his darling had heard every word of his song, with the moonlight playing along. But when I tried, idiot, to tell you, dear, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, it's a long lost cause. I can never win for the civilized world that sits and unforgivable sin. Any talking out loud was heavy, librarian, such as Marian. Madam Librarian. madly, Madam Librarian. Marian is a long-lost cause. I can never wait for the civilized world except as unforgivable sin. Can you talk out loud, Daddy? Librarian, such as Marian. Madam Librarian. Mrs. Peru, do you know that you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't think I understand you entirely, Professor.
Well, if your son has the same firm jaw and splendid cheek muscles, well, by George, you know, not that he could ever be truly great to understand, but...
Oh, is that so? And why not in the name of St. Bridget?
Well, it's just that all of the great cornet players were all Irish. I mean, there's O'Clark, O'Mendez, O'Campo.
But Professor, we are Irish.
No.
Yes.
No, really? Well, that clinches it, Mrs. Peru. Sign here. Your boy was born to play cornet.
My pleasure.
Thank you, thank you. And that'll be $7 earnest money. Nothing more due until the beginning of band practice.
Okay. 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Ah, thank you, thank you. And one more thing, I'll need the boy's measurements for his uniform.
His uniform!
Hello, son. Come here. Certainly his uniform. And there's not a penny due until they arrive, which will give you 4 weeks to imagine, to inspire, to think about amazing things. And guess what? Guess what?
Would it have
A white red stripe down each side, of course, my boy. What do you think of that?
You'll have to excuse me, Professor. We can't get him to say 3 words, even to us. But if you can get him to play in a band, oh, you'll have St. Michael's own way with you. Out of the crowd, I'd pick you as a hard-carrying, clay-pipe smoking, shamrock wearing, harp strumming, maronine pinching, tarasol minstrel singing Irishman I would. Be gobbers and be jabbers. Where are you from, me boy?
Gary, Indiana.
I knew it, Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Oh, was she now?
How do you do, Miss Peru?
How do you do, Mr. Hill?
Of course, Peru. I thought the name sounded familiar. I've been trying to see.
He wants to put Winthrop in the band.
We're not interested, Mama.
But Marian, the boy might have his father's musical gifts. He has my jaw and cheekbones, you know.
Your husband's a musical. Well, I'd love to talk with him.
Do you burst in on everyone's home like this, prying into personal affairs? We're not interested.
Marian?
Well, that's 1 for and 1 against. Why don't we let the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Oh, I am sorry. All the more reason for your brother to have something like this.
My brother is a 10-year-old problem child who can't understand why his father was taken away. Would you care to explain it to him?
Right.
And as for your musical tricks, my brother's been brooding about it for 2 years. So I think you can take your musical tricks and go find some nice carnival man who sells gold-painted watches or glass diamond rings.
But musical tricks, Miss Marian,
Oh, Professor, you'll have to excuse Marian. She's not always quite so difficult.
Don't worry about a thing, Mrs. Peru. I'm sure at heart she's as lovely as yourself. I'll see you later in this week.
Good day, Professor.
Good day, Mrs. Peru.
Has he gone?
Yes, and I hope not forever. Oh, darling, don't
class of '05. Now, darling.
Now, Mama, surely a girl's future shouldn't depend on encouraging every fast-talking, self-centered, woman-chasing traveling man who comes to town.
All right, darling. But it's a well-known principle. If you keep the steel in one drawer and the flint in the other, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Mama! Winthrop, I know you're there. Please go to the library and ask Miss Grubb to give you the book I set aside. It's the Indiana State Educational Journal, 1890 to 1910. It's a large brown volume with black corners.
Do I have to?
You won't have to talk to anyone. I've written it all down. Thank you.
Now what are you up to? Why do you need books at this time of the night?
I think that the Indiana Journal just might help me poke some large holes in the professor's claims.
Oh, I give up! At your age, if you don't mind me saying, what kind of white knight do you expect to come riding along?
Oh, Mama, I'm not waiting for a man in shining white armor either. My white knight, not a Lancelot, not an angel with wings, just someone who loved me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things,
Get acquainted with your instrument and think about the minuet in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da. La-di-da. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da.
Well, round one for you, Mr. Hill. But I better hear some by God tooting out of those horns in pretty short order, or I'll have you in front of the grand jury over the county seat. Now, Miss Marian, about that book.
George, Tempest Fugit, stop!
What's your phraseology? Get along if you want to. I have something to get from the library. How about that?
Marian, we'd love to have you at the ladies' committee for the dance. It meets Tuesday at the high school.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 15-minute intermission.
Grecian urns. Yes, Grecian urn. One Grecian urn. Two Grecian urn. Let's go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, and now the fountain, darlings, the fountain. Ladies, do get up, do get up. Oh, now, let's get together. I predict that our dance songs will be the highlight.
Kids, Mrs. Shrill have my head.
Don't Washburn. We have 5 more minutes. Now,
If you think you can hold back these crazy dancers, go ahead.
how many?
So what'll it be, ladies? Ah, the shakubi. Now you rest. Now, a woman who kisses on the very first date is usually a pussy. And a woman who waits till the second time around is anything but fussy. But a woman who waits till the third time around, head in the clouds, feet on the ground. She's the one he's fly, she's his shakubi, 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 shakubi.
The girl who's hard to get.
Shakubi.
want that man's references, and I want them tonight. He's slipperier than a Mississippi sturgeon. Don't take your eyes off of him. I could make myself more clear if I was a button hook in the well water.
Professor Hill, I think that Marian has behaved abominably.
Well, what does the poet say? Coward dies 1,000 deaths, the brave man only 500. Oh, well, I mean, of course he's upset on account of the billiard parlor, but, you know, if I had a recommendation from a musical authority such as yourself, no, I couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, why, Professor Hill?
You would?
Well, I'd be delighted. I just wish I was a little better informed. I've been meaning to speak with you about Winston's cornet.
Oh, yes, his cornet, Mother Pearl.
Oh, yes, I'm sure it's just fine, but you see, he never touches it.
Oh.
Well, you know, the first week or so, he made a few experimental blats, you know, I guess you could call
That's
them.
exactly what they're called, blacks.
And he sings the minuet in G almost constantly. Just like that. But he never touches the cornet.
Well, you see,
He told me you said it wasn't necessary.
Well, I would like...
He tells me about some think system. If he thinks the minuet in G, he won't have to bother with the notes. Now, Professor, I am certain music does not...
Miss Marian, now, I cannot discuss this at this time. The think method is a revolutionary new system. It's as revolutionary as Galileo's conception of the heavens, Columbus's conception of the globe, Bach's conception of the well-tempered clavichord. Now, I cannot discuss this in public, but if you would allow me to call, when may I call?
Why, any night this week.
You danced like a Paris princess. What did you do her for? You had a golden slipper in your hair and silver shoes for all to see. We know that you were stupid on gold, but forgiving heart and yours gold. Where it was hard to be. Fairy princess, looking for golden children, silver shoes. Now the gold, heart of gold, here where Natasha be. The professor told us to read those books, and we simply adored them all. The runaway, Balzac, chip 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 chip.
Ah, there you are, Professor. Sorry, but we've got our orders.
We all been deputized.
Well, yes, congratulations. You know, I've been trying to give you fellows my references and credentials all week, but you always seem to get off on the subject somehow. You know, I've got just what you need up to the hotel. Take me just a second.
Oh, sorry, but I'll have to follow you.
Well, let me see if I have my key. What's this? Huh. Oh, it's a testimonial from Madame Rini, the only female bassoon player ever to play and to appear on the Red Path Circus. You know, her stage name? She was from Moleed, if I remember right. Lida Rose Quackenbush.
Can I see that?
Oh, no, you'll never forget a name like Lida Rose. It's just like the old song. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose.
To give the sun back in the sky. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose. 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding.
mouth and let it out.
Now, Mama.
Now, nothing. If he ever comes to call again, you see him alone. And then, if you haven't the gumption to tell him how you really feel.
Tell him?
There's nothing wrong with a little ladylike hint. Mama! Oh, Winthrop, where have you been? Fishing? Harold?
Will you meet Professor Hill? Did you have a good time?
Watson, tell me all about his hometown here in Indiana. I said he'd take me out someday. And told me a phone this morning and he effing in it.
Goodness.
Gary, Indiana, let me say it once again. Gary, Indiana, that's the town that knew me when. If you'd like to have a muscle explanation, how I have my dollars on him in your face. I was saying without a moment's hesitation, there's just one place I can find my face. Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, France, you're wrong. But Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. Back in there, I'd show arrows my life long.
Oh my gosh. Leave the dishes, Mama. I'll do them.
Oh, but don't you have to get ready for the social?
Well, there'll be time later.
Thank you, darling.
Hey, was Shin around here somewhere?
The Shin home is on East Elm. This is West Elm.
Ah, criminy. Hey, you hear about that fellow Hill? Over in the boys' band here?
Why, yes, I'm the piano teacher.
Don't let her worry no more. I got the goods on him in spades. For the twit liberator. That's why I got to see Shin. Just passing through. Number 801 makes a 15-minute water stop. She wished it was funny. Let's spend 5 minutes on you, girly girl.
And who are you?
Named Charlie Cow. Gamble seller. Well, just now, we might protect a good name with the traffic attorney, and that's swindling.
Oh, Mr. Cowell, I think you're making a very big mistake.
Big mistake? My outlays corset cover? That guy, he's been the raspberry seed in my with you just long enough. Why, he spoiled Illinois for me, and he's not going to spoil Iowa. Say, what better education are you anyway? He's no more professor than...
Oh, I know all about that. Band leaders are always called professor. It's a harmless deception. He's a fine director.
Fine director? Have you heard of one note from any band?
No, but I'm...
But nothing, girly girl. He's never formed a band in his life, and he never will.
If you'll just listen to me for a minute.
I'd like to. If I have the time. I sure got the inclination. But just now, I've got to get back on that train, and I've got to leave this dynamite with someone with the depot. Bye, girly girl.
You'll never make the train at the depot. You'll have to catch it at the crossing.
No, sir, I've got to leave word, and I can tell you ain't the one to leave it with.
Wait a minute, just a minute, Mr. Cow. You don't know me yet.
Is that an invitation?
No. I meant, I don't know you.
I need more time, anyway.
As well as I'd like to.
No trouble there, girly girl.
I've never met a man who sells anvils before. Oh, that's something very different.
It takes a special kind of salesman, you know. Anvils have a limited appeal. What am I doing? I missed that train with my job, and I've got to leave word about that fella Hill.
Leave word with me.
Not in your tin type, girly girl. How do I know to live with these?
Try me.
Why, you double deal little. Who do you think you're protecting? That guy's got a girl in every county in Illinois. And he's taking away from every one of them. And that's 102 counties, not including the piano teachers because they keep their mouths shut. Neither one of you something nice to me, girly girl.
Good evening, listener.
no jelly on the stove, Mama.
Then I'll put some on.
Shall we, set?
Well,
As your mother said? Well, you did ask me to call.
Did I? Oh, I didn't mean
Well,
anything.
Miss Marian, I hope you're not thinking that I'm inferring that you meant anything other than academic enlightenment. The think system? I've been by your house a time or two to explain it to you, but there always seem to be people around. Mostly ladies, I thought.
Yes, Mrs. Squires and several of the ladies.
Glad to hear it's not even gents. I wouldn't lie to anybody beating my time.
You wouldn't?
No, ma'am. Well, it's evidently not the convenient night. I'll see you at the social later.
Professor Hill.
Yes?
Is it true that you've had 100?
Yes.
What I meant to say is it really true that you've developed a think system?
A think system, yes, of course, you know. It's actually very simple. It's like whistling. Nobody has to show you how to carry a tune when you're whistling. You just, just put your lips like this and it just comes out right there. Just go with this and don't think about it too much.
Well, I'll take your word.
Can we sit down?
Are all music teachers as dense as I am?
All music teachers?
Well, I dare say you meet dozens, even 100. Have they all been assassinated as I have been with the think system?
Some more, some less. There was one young lady who had thought up the same system before I got to her town, and she showed me a few refinements.
Oh, I see.
Have I said something wrong?
Don't let me keep you, Professor Hill. I'm sure I must be very dull company for a man of your experience.
Now say, why would you say a thing like that?
Well, one hears rumors about traveling salesmen.
Well, you shouldn't believe everything you hear because one hears rumors about librarians.
Oh, I guess you're talking about Uncle Matty?
Uncle Matty?
My father's best friend? Oh, no matter what they say, he left me an assured job so that Mother and Winthrop and I would have some security. Surely you don't think...
No, of course not. But that's what I'm trying to say. Why do you think they start those rumors?
Narrow-mindedness, jealousy. Jealousy mostly, I guess.
Exactly. And jealousy is mostly what starts rumors about traveling salesmen.
So if another salesman or someone were jealous, they could be downright lies, couldn't they? It just goes to prove you shouldn't believe everything you hear. If we just discuss things...
Miss Marian, I would love to discuss anything in the world with you. Could we do it sitting down? You do sit, your knees bend and all.
Yes.
We could sit over to the footbridge on that large hollow log.
Oh, I couldn't think of it. I've never been to the footbridge with a man in my life.
Just to talk.
Oh, I have to get ready for the sociable.
15 minutes.
Please, I just can't. Another time, maybe? Maybe tomorrow.
Miss Marian, my dear little librarian, pile up enough tomorrows, and you'll find that you've collected nothing but a bunch of empty yesterdays. I don't know about you, but I want to make today worth remembering.
So would I.
The footbridge. 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Mama! What?
I just told Professor Hill I'd meet him at the footbridge in 15 minutes.
Oh, glory be and saints be praised, it works.
What does?
I've been using the think system on you from the parlor. Oh, darn.
The people that be screaming for music, those kids show up to the social board.
Yeah.
Hey, here's most of them.
Thanks, Mars. Go get the rig.
I got it.
What time does the freight go?
9:40 from the junction.
Well, it's not even 8:30 yet. I don't have to go.
Well, look, if you want to turn whirl around here and get yourself caught in a bunny trap, you go ahead.
Look, Mars, I'll meet you at the hotel in plenty of time. Just go get the ring. Miss Marian, you're late.
Well, you said 15 minutes.
Well, I meant that you were maybe, I'd say about 26 years too late. Took you all this time to get to the footbridge with a fella.
Well, if you want to know the truth, it was almost longer.
Oh?
Halfway here, I nearly turned back. I guess I'm not the first one to be able to think more clearly when not under the spell of your salesmanship.
Now, Miss Marian, surely you don't think that I'm selling you anything.
No, you've given me something. That's why I decided to come.
I don't recall giving you anything.
Oh, yes, you did. Something beautiful. That's why I came, and I'm glad. Oh, please don't be afraid that I expect too much more. One can't expect a traveling salesman to stay put. I know there have been many ports of call, and there will be many more. But that's no reason for me not to be grateful for what you have left behind for me.
Marian,
There were bells on the hills, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all till there was you. And there was music, and there were wonderful roses. They tell me in the sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it sing. No, I never heard it all till there was you.
There was love all around, but I never heard it sing. No, I never heard it all till it seems you don't know about me.
Hey, Greg!
Excuse me for a moment. I'm expecting a cable from Hector Berlioz. Take me just a minute.
What? Now what? Who's the salesman here? It sounds like she's selling and you're buying.
Are you nuts? I had to keep her off balance. I told you.
She's so far balanced now you can't tell the difference between a catboat and a hurricane.
Look, Buster, I have come up through the ranks on this skirmish, and I'm not leaving without my commission.
I'm over.
All right, go get the ring. You never a dull moment in the music business. Now, where were we?
Oh, you were about to tell me what I don't know about you.
Yeah, well, we don't have to get into that right now.
No, we don't, Harold. Or any time for that matter. You know, the librarian hasn't felt much like doing research lately, but she did plenty of it when you first came here.
Oh, about what?
About Harold Hill, Gary Conservatory of Music, Gold Class, Medal Class of Ought 5. Harold, there wasn't any Gary Conservatory in Ought 5.
Why, there certainly was a...
No, because the town wasn't even built until Ought 6. See you at the social.
But you know all the time?
Yes. Since July the 7th, 3 days after you came. I tore this out of the Indiana Journal. I intended to use it against you, but now I give it to you with all my heart.
If you knew, why didn't you... Well, 110 cornets played the air. Then I modestly took my place as the one and only bass, and I hoo-hawed up and down the square.
Good night, my someone. Good night, my love.
With 110 cornets close behind.
Our star is shining, it's bright as light.
There were horns of every shape and sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be.
When 110 cornets blaze the air,
I wish I may, and I wish I might. Love light, my someone, good
Hey, Greg! This guy's crazy! He's going all over town stealing everything!
I'll say I'm crazy. I missed my train. Probably lost my job too. But I got you now, Phil, and you'll pay. You can think right behind that piano teacher. Told all about you. What you do? Really gags me around so I couldn't get the shin. Dried up, man-hungry dogs around.
Get out of here or I'll kill you,
You
foul-
boy! You big blow-off! Why, I'll stay in this town till you get yours. Up, down, through, and sideways. You never even knew territory.
Hey, Greg, here's your stuff. The ring's around back. Hurry, this way.
All right.
Practice doesn't really pay off.
Stop! Stop! Now, listen to this man.
You gullible green grass goats. Can't you get it through your heads and be as fluent as IT? Right now, this minute, I'm talking about Harold Hill, road agent, highwayman, pickpocket.
Pickpocket?
Same thing. He's had his hand in your wallet, mister, and yours, madam, and yours, little lady, from the moment he came to this town. Why, there's more documented evidence than you'll ever have time to read. There isn't any band, there never has been a band, and there never will be a band. And unless you hunt this man down like a mad dog right now, there won't be any Harold Hill either. He'll be on the next train out of town.
Now will you believe me? Well, don't just stand there. After him. And when you find him, bring him to the schoolhouse. After him! Drive it all over. Drive on the creek. Look by the field. Drive behind the picnic.
and feathers.
Marian,
No, it's all right. Don't you know that? You don't owe me a word. Not a word. Now please go. Please. Winthrop!
Oh, hold on a minute here, son.
And now you're fun. Leave me go.
I'm going to talk to you for a minute.
I won't listen. You would tell the truth anyway.
I would too.
But not.
I would too. Tell you anything you want to know.
You knew we had band.
No.
Are you a big liar?
Yes.
Are you dirty rotten truck?
Yes.
Leave me go, you big
Whoa,
liar!
whoa, now hold still. Now, you wanted to know the truth, did you? Now I'm bigger than you, and you're going to stand there, so you might as well stop wiggling. I have two things to tell you. One, you're a wonderful kid. I thought so from the start. That's why I wanted you in the band, so you'd stop moping around and feeling sorry for yourself.
What band?
I always think there's a band kid.
What's the other thing you're talking about?
Well, come to think of it, the second thing isn't any of your business.
What's the other talking to River City?
Oh, no, you don't, Winthrop.
Sister, you believe her?
I believe everything he's ever said.
What did he promise us?
I know what he promised us. And it all happened just like he said. The lights and the flags and the colors and the symbols.
Where was all that?
In the way every kid in this town walked around here all summer. Especially you. And the parents, too. Does Mama wish that he'd never come to River City?
You do, don't you?
No, Winthrop, I don't. Now go, Harold, please.
Come on, Professor. Hurry up.
I can't go, Winthrop.
Why not?
Because for the first time in my life, I got my foot caught in the door. There was a love, but I never heard it sing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you.
Hey, Greg! Down here! Down away! Down away!
Look, Professor! Down way!
Fellow river citizens, I can only remind you that I did everything in my power to prevent this dire happening from happening. And if there are those, as I've been told, who are melting tar and collecting feathers, I will not say their name.
Well, I should think there would be some of you who could forget our everlasting Iowa stubborn, chip-on-the-shoulder arrogance long enough to remember River City before Harold Hill arrived. Do you remember? Well, do you? And I should think you'd want to be grateful for him, for what he's done to this community. And if so, I think you'd want to admit it.
But you're wasting a great deal of time here. Now, if there's a person in this hall who doesn't think this man Hill should be tarred and feathered, let him step forward. You lady, step back. And the rest of you, standing around like a coat of Shropshire sheep. Have you forgotten, you people, how you purchased expensive uniforms, technical instruction manuals, and high-priced band instruments? Have you forgotten the clear understanding and warranty that your children would be taught to play in a band? Well, where's the band? Where's the band?
Think. 1, 2.